Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another PSA reveal. I have 36 cards from the 80s 90s special, so we'll get started. I did have a minimum size requirement on this Fleer sticker, so a little too small, I guess. So we start with the Shaq Metal Universe. We got a 7. I have some 86 Fleers in here, so we got Eaton, got Eddie Johnson. So on the Fleers, you want to try to at least get an 8. Here's What's the Call, Ken Griffey Jr. It's 95. Anyone who's collecting in the junk wax era might know this card. It's just really clean, so I got it graded here. Might be one of my only 10s in this order. So I graded a bunch of these 96 Fleers, and I didn't get the greatest grades on them. So like there's the Mark McGuire. Here's the Sammy Sosa. So I got 6s and 5s. So yeah, I might crack some of these and just take the peel off. We'll see. So those are kind of losses. There's a few in this order. It's Chris Mullen. Here's the Barry Bonds. So like I can tell there's scratches on here. So I didn't do the best looking over this order. So here's a Jeff Malone 9. So 9's good. You know, the 86 Fleers are kind of tough grades. Here's Kirk Rambis and a 7. Here's this cool Ken Griffey Jr. Probably not a very expensive card, but still a cool one. There's Gerald Henderson in a 6, so that's a loss. Benjamin here in an 8. So the 8s are pretty good. Here's Dominique Wilkins. So here's a 5. Looked sharp to me, but you know, the backs are always have like some kind of wax issues. Here's Steve. Here's Pat. Joe Carroll in an 8, so that's good. So the 8s are good. I'll take the 8s. Here's a nice one, Julius. I thought this was really clean when I got it. Centered. I've gotten a few 10s on the 86 Fleer. You're kind of looking at the edges and the corners, and the centering are the major things. Here's an 8. Here's Jerry Sitching. So here's a nice Scottie Pippen of the Metal Universe. These are tough grades too. You can usually tell on the back if the edges are goofed up. It's really stands out. So that's a fun card. Bernard King. Calvin and an 8. So the 8's good. Now I got a 5 on here. So there's definitely, you know, some I missed. The surface has some issues. So I guess they just really didn't like this surface. Here's Robert Parrish. 8. Take the 8. So back to these. So once again, I messed up on these cards. I mean, they're nice cards, just, yeah, they got the scratches on there. I can really see them now. Another 8. Here's a 7. This one isn't as bad. Looks like it's just centering's the issue on this. Centering's not great. Just burying an 8. It's again kind of scratched up here. I had these a long time. Melvin Turpin, 7. Here's a fun beam team. Patrick Ewing. So I'm going to end on another Robert Parrish. I got a 7. Well, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and until next time, enjoy.